Shut up and sit down.
You're not going to wear that, are you?
Why not?
Okay. So we are back, and it is the most important time of the year, and that's because we get to see him.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So JawzD is back, and we are doing, as always, every year with Transformer Slag, we are going to be doing the top 5 of the year, 2019 in this case, but also because it is different. It is the end of the decade. We're going into 2020, so we're also going to be doing the best Transformer of the decade, 2010 to 2019, late 2019. So first what we're going to do both our top 5s of 2019. Then we're going to do the shout outs to all the fans that voted for the best toy of the decade, and then I'll give my toy of the decade, your toy of the decade. So first we'll start with you. What do you got?
Okay.
What do you got? Top 5 of 2019. And by the way, of the voting, holy crap, we got a lot.
All right, so my top 5 for this year is number 5, the Transformers collaboration with Ghostbusters, Ectotron specifically. I mean, I do love the MP Prime, but that guy's been around for what, 10 years? A decade?
That one?
That MP Prime 2. Like
MP10 has been around since 2011.
So, yeah. Like, I mean, if you want that mold, you're not hurting for choice in different colors and variations for that. So I'm saying Ectotron, because I remember when that came out, we were all shocked and surprised. It was a really good retool, remolding.
It was a big remolding.
Yeah. And it was just a brand new character altogether.
And an onslaught mold for people that aren't aware.
And you get that awesome Ecto 1 just skin on the back kind of thing, like that big.
And the accessories. It had a comic book tie-in. Yeah, this is a really good one.
So I was gonna say that is my number 5. Number 4, Transformers Cyberverse Skybite Driller Drive, because I love Skybite. Yeah, more Skybite's always awesome.
I did the same thing where I have one Cyberverse, one Masterpiece. I try to mix it. I try to mix it up. So yeah, it's good that you put a Cyberverse one on there.
Number 3 is Transformers Generations Siege Brunt.
Okay, yeah.
So the little purple guy. One thing I kind of like about Siege and the upcoming, what's the upcoming? Earthrise is what they're trying to do now is you get a robot, but then you could take them apart and then add them as accessories for other characters, other
customization.
Toys. Yeah. So I think that's a really cool playability, and you get more value out of your Transformers.
And there's going to be a lot more of that with the City Formers. What's next?
Next is number 2, Transformers Studio Series MPM9 Jazz.
Yeah.
Because I love jazz.
Best movie jazz thus far.
Any version of jazz I could get my hands on, yay, especially since we haven't had one in a long time. I think we had the MP Deluxe one.
We had the Studio Series one, and a lot of people complained about that because it was really tiny.
Yeah.
And granted, it's more because Studio Series is about scale.
Yeah.
So it's no surprise that jazz was small, but that was a big complaint because what you were paying for Deluxe with Studio Series, where this one it's good, you know.
And then also the fact that this jazz, you could have them in 2. Like Megatron asks for.
You can have torso.
And again, I put them on here because of that playability. If you get that Studio Series Megatron, you can have them holding jazz in 2
Which is coming out soon, actually.
Oh, it's not out yet?
Yeah, I think it's not out yet. I think it's coming out soon, that one.
And so my number 1 for 2019 is Transformers Masterpiece MP46 Blackarachnia. Because we didn't think it was coming.
Spoiler.
Because it looks so close to the CGI model from the TV show.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
that was one that I was always like, oh man, they can't do it. Like, you know, and this is me basing it off of what toys came before of Blackarachnia, going like, you know, she has the spider mode, it's completely black, where's that gold gonna come from for the alt mode? And you look at the old toys where it's like, you just try to figure it out. And then when they did the Sakamoto one using the animated Blackarachnia, they had to do like weird kibble stuff, like literally the breasts kind of hanging off the side of the alt mode. Like they couldn't figure it out even then, and it was for the longest time that Legends Takara one.
Right.
Sakamoto was the Blackarachnia for people, but then this one came out and it's like, well, them son of a bitches did it again.
Yeah, exactly. So
like just like with Dinobot, it was like, where do you put the legs? You look at the old Dinobot toy, you're like, where did those legs go? You know,
just redo the whole thing.
Yeah.
You just start from scratch and you build it right back up.
And that toy, along with Masterpiece Dinobot, engineered by the guy who did Kiss Play.
No way.
So yeah, Yuki Yoshima.
No way.
So he's someone to give a lot of credit to, like when it comes to like really knowing how to do those guys, which is crazy because I mean when we think about some of the most famous masterpieces, we think of Shogo, Hisui, and like no, but it's Yuki who did that. So pretty amazing stuff.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. He always everyone shits on him because of Kiss Play, but it's like no man, this
I'll show you what I can do.
Yeah,
bam,
this
bam.
guy's an amazing engineer. All right, so for mine, I did like, again, I kind of tried to pick one of every kind of series. I just want to just go masterpiece all in or something. So we'll start with number one, a personal one, Transformers Siege, the Micromaster 2-pack, Blackjack and Hyperdrive, the Sports Car Patrol. Some of my first Transformers growing up was the Sports Car Patrol, specifically Hyperdrive, although I believe he was called Overdrive originally. And Blackjack, grew up with those two. That was kind of my hot rod character.
I think those are my...
Right there, the carded over there.
The other ones, not those ones, the original ones that he came out with.
Yes, trying to remember the name of them. I think it was Autobot Race Patrol, maybe.
Yeah.
Race Car Patrol.
Yeah, so that was mine.
Yeah,
that was mine.
So like again, when those came out, I was like, man, like two toys that I thought would never get a generations classics kind of update, and they're just personal to me. So like 2-pack, cheap price. Cool coloring scheme. I mean, I love those guys. I keep a carded version of them nearby because that was a special. I remember when I saw it, I bought 2 of them. It was just like, man, that's so cool. Number 4, Cyberverse Deluxe Optimus Prime. I have the whole run of the Deluxe. I recently picked them up, and they're way better than they have any right to be. Specifically, the Optimus Prime, he has an opening chest with the Matrix inside, with a Matrix blast thing. He has the Build-A-Figure gimmick, which again, I wouldn't put that as an individual plus for the toy, but I mean, it's part of the line, which is pretty cool that we have a Build-A-Figure gimmick for the first time in years. The last time was... Transmutate.
Oh really? So, that was that long ago?
Yeah, that's right. That was the 10th anniversary Beast Wars line, which I want to say was 2007, so more than 10 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, so cool that they're doing a Build-A-Figure. Again, I think that so far of the 4 that exist, Optimus is the best one, although Bumblebee is pretty good too, but Optimus is easily the clear winner. My number 3, Studio Series SS-34 Leader Class Dark of the Moon Megatron. Ooh. This is the leader class one. He comes with the cape.
Oh, the cowl and everything.
Yeah, but it's like a cloth cape and everything. It's really good. I'm not someone to spend money on leader class Studio Series because they're really expensive, but this was, when Dark of the Moon came out, the original toy was amazing. I just thought it was so unique that it has like a cape that when you transform it, it's part of the bed of the car.
Yeah, like the shroud.
The truck. Yeah, and so I was like, this is like the sleeper hit of the line. Like I didn't expect it to be so good. And then everyone's like, man, a Voyager, like they should make a leader class. I mean, and there was like bootlegs for years. Like they do oversized bootlegs of that mold. Right. And it just, for years, it's like, man, where's a really good leader class? Because a Megatron is a truck. No one would ever, that's so uncommon. But then it had the cloak and the shot. This thing's amazing because it has the cloak, it's made out of cloth, it's a leader class, it has a crazy engine, and it comes with Igor, which is that little weird... little weird dude. So it's a nice little bonus, but I love it. I think it's really good, and anyone who's a big fan of the based kind of stuff, there's few and far between some really unique designs, but that was one of them that I really liked. Number 2, a lot of people are gonna, be voting for this one for sure. Transformers Siege Omega Supreme.
Oh, okay.
I'm just voting for it just because I really dig base formers. I really like that, he looks really cool. He comes with Countdown, which comes from, you probably can't see it on camera, but this is the G2 Beast. This is the 90s, essentially, we're behind today. Our previous videos, we've done more of the modern stuff, but this is the G2, and if you go that way, it's all G1. But yeah, so like, I love Countdown that he comes with. He had this cool little, like, almost like a racetrack, like the way they did it, that he kind of has a street around
just goes around him kind of thing.
It was so cool. And I dig that kind of stuff. And he was just a really good toy considering, his price point. And number 1, Blackarachnia. That's why when he said it, I was like, God damn.
Well, that's happened multiple times before when we do our top 5.
There's some
overlap.
Yeah, it's just the engineering is crazy. It's so well done. And again, those are Masterpiece toys that when they come out, I go, I gotta buy 2 of them. Because I don't want to like leave out an alt mode. Like if the alt mode is amazing, the robot mode is amazing, it comes with the spider web, she has all those extra accessories. Even
do you know if you could put other Masterpieces on that spider web?
I have a Cheetor in alt mode. I've yet to put like Cheetor on the spider web.
No, you haven't done it yet?
Yeah, like that's why I've never
Has anyone done it? If there's anyone that's done it, tag it in the in the comments.
Send it on the Twitter. I'll retweet it too. Like it's just I wonder if because it's true. I know that some people are showing really nice photos. Like if you want to display her nicely, like because to have her on the web, you put the web at an angle. It actually looks nicer. So like it's more dynamic. So yeah, that's my number 1. And she came out. She was November 23rd. She came out. Like just to know like the date specifically when she came out. She was one of the last masterpieces. So now let's go into the top Transformer of the decade. I want to do the fan vote.
Do you want to do the honorable mentions?
Do your honorable mention.
Okay. I have 2 honorable mentions.
He has 2 for the top 2019.
Yeah, so I have Transformers Generation Siege Ironhide.
Okay.
I really dug that mold.
That was a really good one.
And I feel like that's probably the best.
That's the best Ironhide we've got in a very
and that's like official Hasbro Takara.
A lot of people did not like that old Classics one because he kind of always is looking down.
And then his arms like are super thin
weird.
and stuff like that.
It was a weird mold.
And then the Masterpiece one had that weird crotch
A lot of people were complaining about the Masterpiece one.
It was a bit off there. So this one I think is like really good. And you have
and it's a big deluxe.
Really?
It's a very large compared to a lot of the other deluxe. It's like I use like the term like animated lockdown. It was like an oversized. Deluxe.
So just like
he's a very large deluxe toy compared to the others too. So you get a good bang for your buck.
And then I like the hammer / gun rifle. Like that's a really cool like his gun transforms and stuff like that. So I think that's really really awesome. And number 2, Transformers Studio Series 38, Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. And he was on my top 5, kind of like as a tie. But then I was like, okay, if I can only do one, I gotta parse it out. And the reason he's on an honorable mention is because we already have a G1 looking movie, Optimus Prime from it wasn't not Dark of the Moon.
Age of Extinction.
Yeah,
so the Rust one.
Yeah, the Rust one, and then they did another one.
Then they did a show accurate one, if you want to call it that. Yeah.
So that one I thought was pretty cool, and this one I think is like really beautiful, and just seeing that on screen, and you're like, I want a toy of that, and they're like, yeah, don't worry, we got you. Here's a toy.
He's gonna show up in the best of the decade votes. Actually, some people really like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so we'll get into what we did. We asked on our comments, for people who missed it, we asked the fans to vote what they feel is their best of the decade. Like, again, and it was 1 vote. You had to pick what you felt encompassed the best Transformer of the past decade. So I'm going to go through stuff that got 1 vote, stuff that got 2 votes, and then because we got a lot of votes, we'll kind of we'll try to go through as quick as possible, but also I want to discuss some of them. So in the 1 votes, Ultra Primal voted for Masterpiece Beast Wars Optimus Primal.
Oh,
it got only 1 vote, but I love that toy.
Yeah.
Is it the best of the decade? I don't know about that, but I mean, it's again, Beast Wars masterpieces are incredible. Michael Lomax voted for Masterpiece Beast Wars Megatron.
Oh.
So again, that one, I like it, but it's like it didn't really reinvent the wheel too much. Someone who also voted, he was Julian Pulse-Dragon. He won it at the TFCon charity auction. Oh. And when he opened it, he's like, yeah, it's exactly what I expected. He got it for free.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's exactly what I expected. He's like, they took the same engineering, tweaked it up a bit. And it's not to say it's a bad toy, but I mean, it is what it is,
I mean, if the only way to make that better is if you get the David K sound chip in there. I would want that to happen. I would want Hasbro brings it here.
That is something that I'm pretty sure if ever they somehow decide to bring Masterpiece back in a proper way, because they only seem to do movie masterpieces now, that would be the first one that have to be done. I'm surprised Primal never got ported. Yeah. So then we have Decan Sherezes. I apologize if I mispronounce some of your names.
I'm no better.
Yeah. Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. I assume he means MP22 because I asked him and I didn't get a response. MP22 is the armored one as opposed to MP02, the White Optimus.
Oh, okay.
So again, that's a pretty good one. Again, long overdue. Vijin voted for Masterpiece MP45 G1 Bumblebee version 2.0. The new Bumblebee.
Oh, the new Bumblebee. Okay,
Which that one's really good.
Yeah.
That one's really good. It's really, really good. It's something I'll get into later about engineering. Destrecon voted for now we're getting out of the masterpiece.
Okay.
Reveal the Shield, Deluxe G2 Optimus Prime, the laser rod.
Oh, the one with the sword?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's really cool.
That's a really good one. That's a really good one.
A lot of good playability, and then
got a lot of repaints too.
Repaints, and also what's their called? The third-party people that make the
The
add-ons.
upgrade kits.
The upgrade
I know
kits.
you got
a
on that.
lot of upgrade kits for that guy.
Eric S. voted for Generations Thrilling 30 Deluxe Waspinator, so we got another Beast Wars on there.
Okay.
It's probably the best Waspinator toy out there, but that's not many, but I mean it's better than the original, let's put it that way. Killer Wolf votes for Legends LG18 Thundercracker. This is the it's the Thundercracker repaint of Armada Starscream, but the Legends version.
Okay, so just the smaller one.
It's the smaller one, exactly, which is a pretty good mold. I mean, I have all of those ones. Elisa Henry votes for Takara Tommy Legends LG60 Overlord.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the really good one. That's the really, really good one. And then, oddly enough, after that, Collectotron votes for the leader class Sky Shadow, which is the retool of that.
Oh, jeez.
Which is also really good. Chris, aka Hoist Productions, voted for Generations Thrilling 30 Scout Class Cosmos. That's a weird one. That's of the year, of the decade. Hey, Cosmos, okay. I know there was a kid at BotCon that was because we were there, I want to say it was BotCon 2013 when they revealed that, and there was a kid in the audience that just lost it.
Really?
He's like, "We did it, Mom!
No,
Cosmos!"
That was
Cosmos.
No, it was Skylinks.
Ian, if you're
It was Skylinks.
Was it Skylinks?
It was Skylinks.
Oh, was it Skylinks?
Like, yes, you did it.
I think it was
Skylinks.
Cook Sucks and Ian were with me, and we were just like, "Man, this kid."
That was Kentucky.
No, it wasn't Kentucky. This was.
Was that one of the ones I was at?
No, this was a West Coast one.
Oh, okay, so never mind.
They all blurred.
Never mind, because I'm thinking of the Kentucky one.
Yeah, no,
that was Skylinks. Okay,
no,
my bad.
You weren't at that one. This is. Oh my God! Like
Cosmos, really?
And he was so excited. He was just like, "We did it, Mom! We did it, Cosmos!"
And they say the kids aren't all right.
Yeah.
They remember Cosmos.
And I was just like, "Man, 1985 character, sure, okay." Like your parents might have not even been born. Connor voted for War for Cybertron Siege Voyager Optimus Prime. That's the one with the weird alt mode, but I mean, it had a good robot mode. I'll give him that. Grimlock votes for Combiner Wars Superion, just the whole box set version that you can get. That's pretty good because you actually get the extra character and not Alpha Bravo. Synthetic Pacifist votes for Power of the Prime Abominus. You liked that one, I know that. You have John Ghouls. He votes for Power of the Prime Titan Class Predaking. I don't have that one. I'm still missing that one. It's one of the few big guys.
You're missing Samoa Joe?
Yeah, I'm missing Samoa Joe. So I can't really give my... He looks really good, but I don't have him, unfortunately. I got like all the other big dudes. Eric Ford votes for Titan Class Omega Supreme. So we got one vote for Omega Supreme, at least for best of all time of this decade. Emerald Phoenix votes for, and these are interesting ones, Emerald Phoenix votes for Voyager Animated Optimus Prime. The Voyager one, which is interesting.
That's the one with the big axe?
It's the one with the big axe, and what's interesting about that one, too, is he kind of had this auto-transformation when he transformed his legs.
Yeah, it's like spin, yeah.
So that's pretty...
You do like a big breakdancing like windmill,
cool.
but upright.
They didn't have to do that, and that's cool. RaySkull, not GreySkull, RaySkull voted for Animated Rodimus. The only reason why I want to just talk about that one for a second, besides, is just because I felt that Animated Rodimus, Lockdown, there were certain animated toys that I felt really were like, they were showing Masterpiece, here's how you could engineer stuff.
Right.
Like it almost like helped like Masterpiece, which you would never, today you would never see a retail toy of the lower price points go like, oh, Masterpiece could use this kind of engineering.
Yeah.
But like the animated Rodimus, I mean, I
like
remember
the hand goes on the forearm.
When
and
I
stuff
saw
like
his
that.
legs, I'll post obviously images of all the toys. But when I saw his legs, the toy, I'm like, how does this transform? There's no car kibble. Like and you just like you're so used to like seeing wheels or stuff like that, and I was like, man, that's a really good one. Patrick, another really good one here. Patrick votes for Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime. That was like the standard movie Optimus Prime toy for years, and still to this day sells very well. Eric votes for Dark of the Moon Human Alliance Soundwave. I don't have that one. That one was really rare.
Yeah.
That was really tough. It didn't get released in America. It showed up.
That was one with legs or without legs?
It's the one that was the one that had the skinny legs. It was a Human Alliance. It came with Laserbeak.
Yeah. I remember all
it
that.
came with the actor who was from one of those hospital shows, McSteamy.
McDreeby.
Yeah.
He was from.
I'm so bad with actors.
No, I remember his name.
Someone's gonna post it.
The name is right there, but I can't remember the guy's name. But he was on
Someone comment.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, he was on
Grey's Anatomy.
So it came with that figure. That was it was only available in the UK, some areas of China and Japan, and it was really tough to get. I still don't have that one.
Because I remember there was 2 versions of that. Where
Yeah,
it had the one that had no legs, because for some reason that toy line, that series people had no legs.
Satellite version.
Yeah.
Chris Allen votes for, and this is interesting, Transformers Encore number 23 G1 Fortress Maximus, aka the reissue.
Oh wow.
I feel weird putting a G1 1987 reissue, but I mean it did come out in 2010, and you know why it's important?
Squeaked by.
You know why it's important?
Squeaked.
You want to know why it's important? I will give, because at least it totally destroyed the market of guys that were sitting on like anyone who wanted to own the biggest Transformer ever made at the time could easily get it cheaper, because of this reissue. It had the sword, like the one that's over there is not the reissue, but I bought it, took the sword and some accessories and put it with mine, because accessories, for the longest time, you would go to Transformer conventions and you'd have like a naked Fortress Maximus, no pieces, no head, nothing, and a guy would ask $500. And they call it a starter kit. Like you start with it. So it destroyed that market of guys who were just, and it was yellowed. Like I would see that so many.
Smell like cigarettes.
Who knows? So that's the one good thing, is if anyone wanted to own the classic heavy G1 Fort Max, you could get it, and it was the best version. Let's go to the stuff that has 2 votes.
Oh, here we go.
Now it starts. Now we're going to start cutting down now.
Here we go.
So on 2 votes, got Julian, aka Pulse Dragon, fellow Montrealer, and Input voted for Masterpiece MP24 Star Saber.
Okay.
I freaking love that toy. It's, I wouldn't say best of the decade, but just took a character I really liked, took a toy I really liked, the original G1, and made it perfect.
Does it still have that gimmick where you have the sword loaded up and you put the thing in and it comes out? It still does it?
It's love that dude. Eddie Costello and Larry Black Dragoon voted for Masterpiece Sunstreaker.
Yeah.
So cool. Larry, because it's his favorite character. That's a crazy toy to transform. Anyone who owns it, it's just I don't know. It comes apart and goes back together, but it's not a parts form. It's a mess. M. Smith and Jose vote for Masterpiece Beast Wars Dinobot. Amazing toy. Yeah. Amazing toy. We were just talking about it before. Can't speak enough of that one. If you're a Beast Wars fan, that's like the Beast Wars toy you should buy of the Masterpiece line out of all the ones thus far. Jose and another Jose, that's why I usually ask guys to put their full names, or at least like a screen name. Jose and Capaticon 55 voted for Reveal the Shield Voyager Lugnut.
Oh,
I don't own that one.
You don't own that one?
That's one of the few that I'm missing.
He's really good.
I never got that one.
It's one of those, like one thing I really liked was that there was some characters from Animated that made that jump over.
That got those modern interpretations
and
locked down one of those.
He was really cool because of his the wings, and, come out, and then the wing folds it on so it makes it more like muscle, and then the hands get big.
I've seen pictures of it. He looks like the wings really make him look huge.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's just
I'm surprised they haven't re-released them. I guess there's no real reason to.
Never
but
got that one.
It's a really good toy.
Then we have Charles and Jacob. They voted for Siege Commander Jetfire, the brand new Jetfire that just came out. I haven't gotten it yet, so I don't. It looks amazing though.
Yeah, it does.
Looks amazing. It's that new Commander price point. Just haven't got it yet. Waiting for deals. Gary and David voted for Titan class Fortress Maximus. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's currently the largest Transformer toy
Does
ever
he have a
made.
waist? Is it waist?
I believe he does. To do the transformation, I would imagine so. I mean, I transformed it once or twice, so I'm pretty sure.
You slept with it in bed?
Yeah, I did.
When you got it?
That was actually Metroplex.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
He makes the list too, actually. Titan class. Okay, so Joseph Lebowski and Oliver vote for Titan class Triptychon. Another really good one. Really awesome. Again, a lot of these big guys are going to start showing up. Ronji.com and Nick vote for Studio Series Optimus Prime Bumblebee movie.
There it is.
He makes it on there. So now let's go to, I think there's one more to vote. Hold on. Oh, here we go. And then, of course, Adam and Andrew Ruan vote for Studio Series 18 Deluxe Bumblebee, based off of the VW one. So both of the Bumblebee movie stuff make it on the list. People really liked those designs. What a surprise. No surprise going to the G1 one. We're going to the 3 votes. We're almost near the end here. So for the 3 votes, Optitron 98, Turbo Blue Streak, and Figment vote for Masterpiece MP36 G1 Megatron, the version 2 Megatron, which looks very show accurate, has the battle damage if you want to put it, the gun, really cool stuff. Andrew, Avenge, Progenitor, and Bolot vote for Generations Titan Class Metroplex. I agree that's an important one for the decade because it was the first of the Titan class, brought about that new scale that we're so used to today. In a lot of ways, by it selling well, we got our Unicron. It kind of showed that people want that crazy size price point and bases.
Scale.
Which we didn't have bases for years, decent bases. We're going to go to the 4 votes. Kevin, Bernabas 78, Danny 27 more, and Green Gull vote for, and this is an interesting one, Thrilling 30 Voyager Class Generations Springer.
Really?
Yeah. Very popular, that one. I was surprised how many votes it got. But it's what's funny, because I feel that the new Springer that we got now is better, but I guess it's because it's based off of the IDW one, Last Stand of the Wreckers. So, but yeah, a lot of people dug, and again, that return to triple changers being done right. And it got retooled into really good stuff too. Number 1, best Transformer of the decade.
How many votes?
7 votes. It clearly blew away everyone else. So Kyvan, Mini Loop Gamer, Majestic Uber Red, Mike Co, Do Prime 388, Yoshi Dude. I love these names, by the way. Enzim Zim 93, aka Kevin, MP10 Optimus Prime.
I can see that.
And I'll get into it afterwards. So that's the fan vote for the best of the decade is Masterpiece MP10 Optimus Prime. What is your vote?
Mine is MP Dinobot.
Okay.
Mine's MP Dinobot because the way I kind of look at it...
What was a close honorable mention? Because I also put 2 close ones. Because I had a tough one.
I'm trying to think if Reveal the Shield Legend even came out in the decade.
It did.
So then that would be my...
That would be in there too.
Yeah.
It did. I'll tell you why, because I know that they got back the Bludgeon license for Revenge of the Fallen. That's 2009. Okay. So by 3 years later, boom, there's Bludgeon.
All right.
So yeah.
And then also because that Bludgeon came out, it also snowballed all the other Bludgeon toys. So the one for what was it? Not Reveal the Shield. What was it called with that show?
RID 2.0?
Yeah. So that little cute one, it's when they first brought it out and it was blue and stuff. It's nah, you're Bludgeon. I know what you're doing.
They always do that. Okay, so it was tough for me. I'll say what almost made it. So I was thinking Masterpiece Dinobot. I was thinking even Masterpiece Soundwave, specifically the American one that came with all the cassettes. But I had to settle for MP10 Optimus Prime.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's just because MP10 Optimus Prime came out with Shogo Hisui, and he just kind of rewrote how we're going to do our masterpieces moving forward. And I not only do and I wrote here as a note, it's MP10 Optimus Prime is Transformer of the decade, but Shogo Hisui is toy designer of the decade, in my opinion. And I just want to list what he did. In that decade. What was the first thing he did that decade in 2010? Human Alliance Jazz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the Barricade, he did Human Alliance Barricade, Human Alliance Soundwave, he did the Drift, Generations Drift, the Combiner Wars Devastator, and then of the masterpieces, Optimus Prime, the new Starscream and all the Seekers, the Sideswipe and all the Coontashes, the Soundwave I just mentioned that got second place in my mind, all the cassettes, Prowl and all the Datsuns. Wheeljack and all the Lancias that were repainted. His weakest release is the Bumblebee. He did the Bumblebee.
Which one? The first one?
The first
really?
one. Some people hate it. That's why.
I don't hate that one. So I'm looking out for that one.
What is he doing going into the new year and stuff? That new Studio Series Devastator, the huge one. He's the one who engineered that. All the Earthrise stuff, Ironworks, Cliffjumper, Wheeljack, Starscream, all him.
Nice.
So not only do we have MP10 as the Transformer of the decade and how much he influenced of stuff and just really how Masterpiece should be moving forward, and I feel even third party probably looked at it and said, this is what we need to do. But Shogo really influenced everything. I just wanted, before we close out, I just wanted
to say for Dinobot, like the way I kind of looked at it was like, is there any third-party people doing this particular Dinobot? Just in general, over the years.
There was a small company that tried and it was ugly. It was a really ugly one.
And that's how I kind of looked at it, like, because I always feel that, for the most part, you're always getting a bunch of different third-party here, throwing their hat in it and just doing their own thing, blah, blah, blah. But, like, people tried to do Dino, but not really. Like, you only had the retooling of the toys. You had retooling of the original toy over and over.
He was on my short list. It was just like, man, like it was him and Soundwave that were just like, ugh, and then I was like, but you can't deny the Optimus. And I'm not even an Optimus Prime fan.
And it's insane staying power for that one mold.
That mold got repainted like crazy.
How come the Starscream mold is dead, but this one isn't?
I don't know.
They use better steel or something?
They use it for like Bape, like the clothing companies.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. There was clothing companies, shoes, Ava, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, the 7-Eleven.
Ghostbusters.
The Ghostbusters.
Still alive.
I just want to bring up, like, just to give an idea of perspective, like in 2010, like when we were going into 2010, it was slowly the end of the Star Wars Transformers crossover line. Right. It was the end of the Marvel Transformer crossovers line. We were just ending what was called Universe 2.0, going into what would be Generations that we know today, what all those were for Cybertron toys. Like the masterpieces that existed at that time. In 2009, to give an idea, we just had that MPO1 Optimus Prime sleep mode, which was like a gray remake.
Yeah.
Like, and then
do you want a dead Optimus Prime? Here you go.
And then in 2010-11,
technically now you can actually recreate that scene.
Yeah,
because you actually have all those toys.
Seriously. But and it's like then you have in 2010 and 11, MP9 Rodimus came out, and then that year afterwards, then you have MP10 Optimus, which then changed the game. So like just to give an idea of like what was available, Prime was on its way out. Transformers Prime as a TV series was on its way out. Like it's just it was a weird time in like all kinds of stuff, and then moving forward everything that we listed today. So I feel like the 2010 to 2009 decade was probably the better decade, because if you look at the decade before 2001 to 2009, I mean, yeah, you have car robots.
Yeah.
You start with car robots, but you have like beast machines.
Yeah.
You know, so you have some stuff that's kind of hit or miss, and then it really is depends. How much did you like those Armada toys?
Yeah.
You know, how much did you like those Energon toys? Some are really good. Don't get me wrong. So how did you like those Cybertron? Some were really good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That's why he's not on that list, because he didn't come out during that era, during that decade. But it's just, there was a lot of really good stuff, but I think that 2010 to 2019 was a way better decade. We got so many leaps and bounds in engineering, and it's just, I just want to just bring that up.
We got RC. We got the final...
Yeah, the best RC,
RC
right now,
basically.
at least at the moment, until we get a masterpiece. I just want to thank everyone, again, for the voting. Transformer Slag is doing incredible, as always. Once again, you don't have to worry about us with everything that's going on with YouTube. I didn't really want to address it ever, but it's like, hey, it doesn't affect us. We do this because we love this. Hopefully we'll get JawzD back on more.
Working on my setup.
Yeah, he's going to have his whole like podcast recording room pretty much, so we'll get him back. But
I'm here. I'm not gone. I didn't quit. I love you guys. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Love this bro right here.
Everyone's like, what happened to JawzD? And it's just he's been busy, you know, and it's just life gets in the way. But either way, thanks again, guys, for everything. Thanks again to all the Patreon guys that fund the podcast and help us buy like nice microphones and stuff. When we first started, you know, we had some shitty ass microphones. Some candy stuff. Oof. But, you know, the Patreon guys help that, you know, and it makes all the difference, really, because we're going to be going into 2020. YouTube's going to be changing a lot of stuff. It won't affect us, but it does help that we do have people that got our back in case the next thing that ever comes tries to affect us. Yeah. So thanks again to all the Patreon guys. Thanks again to all the fans who comment, who like, who subscribe, who
say hi,
who ring that bell. All the people who take our videos and share them on forums and stuff, and I wish I could see, because sometimes some of our videos just blow up, and I just go, it is getting shared somewhere on a forum, on 4chan, I don't know where it is, but it's like it gets shared somewhere and people just dig it, and so I'm just grateful for everyone and all the cool stuff. I'm grateful for JawzD is one of the awesome...
Grateful for Protoman over here.
So
bringing me into this crazy world and letting me know that the stuff I like isn't crazy.
This crazy world. So thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you in 2020.
Take care.